Hi, my name is Rael Thigpen. I'm a director, video editor, and I'm also a special effects artist. I've lived in Greenville, North Carolina for about 18 years. I left and I went to school at Liberty University for 2 years, and then I came back here to Greenville. And it's been like one of the best decisions I've ever made, actually. I became a special effects artist by honestly, inspiration. I've watched a lot of films, and once I really began to understand that I had a passion for acting and film, I just really got inspired by visual effects and just film itself. I started off watching, it really started with Divergent, and I actually had the opportunity to be in that film. And I wound up studying a lot of scenes, and I was like, it became from, man, I wish I could do that, to how can I do it? So I really just began studying, and I would spend days, there would be nights where I'd edit till 4 o'clock in the morning, just working on effects. So that's really just where it all started. My very first short film is crazy. It was called Rael, Son of El. It literally started off where I've been a part of this thing called Building Hope all my life. It's a outreach program in the community. I started when I was in elementary school. And this mentor of mine, he came to me one day. I told him this funny story about how my mom used to always flip out whenever I pronounce my name to people, and she'll say, it's Rael, not Rael. And so we were just joking back and forth about it. And one day we went to this place called The Refuge, and he woke me up and just super early in the morning, just going ballistic. He was like, oh my gosh, bro, I have this idea. There's this film called Rael, Son of El, and you're on this journey, and you're this king, and you're this prince, and you're saving these people. But that idea wound up becoming an actual thing. And he's seen the special effects videos I've done. I did a Star Wars video a while back, and he was blown out of the water by it. And one day he had a meeting with me, and he was like, hey, I want to invest in your first film. And he gave me $3,000 to do my first film project. It was really challenging. It was the hardest thing I have ever done in my life, honestly. A lot of it I kind of started off just doing myself. I was the lead actor, the director, I wrote the script. I had to schedule people, I had to budget, I had to go out and find locations, then I had to sign permits, then I had to charge equipment and bring equipment on set. It was difficult. It stretched me in ways that I would have never expected, but at the same time, it allowed me to grow in ways that I would have never thought either. So another opportunity that I had in life was going to the Cannes Film Festival, which is the biggest film festival in the world. In fact, it's one of the top 4. One day I was thinking about applying for acting school, and I came back home while I was in college. I came back home during our fall break, and my friend Maxine, I was telling her about this acting school I wanted to go to. And she said, well, hey, if you're interested in acting school, you should check out this. She showed me this thing called the Creative Mind Group, which is a really hard internship to get into. And basically what they do is they give networking opportunities to different major film festivals for, young people like myself to work with, places like DreamWorks or Lionsgate, and to network with Hollywood industry people. So I applied, and just a couple of months later, I wound up finding out that I got accepted to intern with United Talent Agency. And it was really awesome. Literally, I flew out to France. I only had $120, 120 euros really. So being in France for 2 weeks with 120 euros, everybody's eating, the popular baguettes and spaghetti, and I'm over here just buying fruit. So it was kind of rough. It was really funny. My first time on a red carpet, I went to go see a Woody Allen movie called Cafe Society with Kristen Stewart, and literally saw Kristen Stewart and all of these major celebrities. It was pretty cool. But it's funny, I was knocking on every door at this villa I was staying in. I was like, hey, I need a tuxedo. I didn't bring a tuxedo to a red carpet event. So people were giving me pieces of a tuxedo, and it was just so weird. I had these skinny pants and then this big shirt jacket, and but I went there, and it was amazing. It was one of the biggest one of the biggest opportunities I had in my life, and I loved it. My biggest dream in life is kind of unique, is spread out in different areas, but all in one. I really actually want to utilize my gifts and talents to, like, in a way, bring heaven on earth. I look at the industry of Hollywood and I don't care about the fame. I don't care about those things, to be honest. I don't care about the money. I care about the vision, and I honestly care about the people. I think there's a problem when I went to LA for the first time and seeing that there's so much homelessness. In reality, you know, we worship these people that we call stars, but we're all made from the same dust, is my belief. And one day I really want to go out to, you know, California, go out to Hollywood, wherever I am, and give chances and opportunities to people that are rejected, because I was one of them, you know. Like, nobody would have never thought that, you know, a kid like me growing up in, you know, a low-income family, just with the environment that I was in, that I would have the talent and capabilities that I had. And it makes me question, like, how many people, you know, in my neighborhood that I grow up have the same thing, you know. So one day I want to give opportunities to other people and just, you know, actually contribute to them and make them feel valued. I think my biggest superpower is just, honestly, my faith in God. Like, I'm not perfect. What's really interesting is when I went to Liberty University, I had the opportunity to be in this thing called Divergent. It was this big movie, awesome opportunity. And Liberty is a Christian school, and I remember my mentor, he prayed for me. He was like, yeah, man, like, you just got hired at this camp. What about these kids? Like, you know, all of this sounds good, but you need to put your life down and actually, like, make something of these kids. And I was just like, man, are you serious? I was like, I have an opportunity to be in this major film that's actually, like, something I'm really interested in. And I remember my professor prayed for me, and the moment he prayed for me, I just literally audibly heard camp. And I was like, are you serious? Like, I'm about to turn down being in a movie to work at a camp with kids. And I remember that night, literally for the first time in my life, I've heard God speak paragraphs, not just, you know, a word. And I heard him say, yes, it's true. You missed the choir to fire your junior year. Your senior year didn't make as much of an impact as it could at the last. Look at what I bless you with. I bless you with liberty, where you can be a part of something like a choir to fire every single day. The same way I bless you now, I bless you again. And what's crazy is literally like a year later was when I got the opportunity to go on the red carpet in France, when I wound up making those sacrifices and being obedient. And right after that, I wound up getting casted for a major short film here in Greenville. Then on top of it, getting sponsored for my first film. It's just, I feel like my biggest superpower isn't myself. I feel like it's my faith. I feel like it's God. Because at the end of the day, like, you know, it's great inspiring other people, but what I really want to do is just touch other people's hearts and give them hope, because I feel like more than anything, eventually these passions and these dreams are going to fade, but I feel like, and I truly believe, that we're all eternal, and that's why I just want to show love to other people and make them feel like they're a part of something. I also worked for Mr. Beast, and it was a really cool experience. Honestly, I gotta say thanks to the man and his brother, Mr. Bro. I worked for both channels, and it was really interesting because right after my film, I was like, man, all right, well, I'm done with my movie. Now, you know, I gotta figure out how to promote that and find a job somewhere at the same time. What's crazy is my friend Zach connected me with one of the directors that worked for the Mr. Bro channel, Mr. B's brother. And literally, like, in a week, like, they were like, just hired me. They were like, hey man, like, we need to see what you can do. We want you to direct this video and we want you to edit it. And it was this video called I Can Break Glass with My Voice. And I directed this video. Like, it was a lot of work, but literally we posted it on YouTube and we got 2 million views, like, on the Bro channel, like, in a week, which is a lot. Mr. Bro got 2 million subscribers in a week, which is a lot. That's actually history. And working for Mr. Beast was awesome because, you know, one of the things being is that it honestly developed my skill of editing. I never knew the things about YouTube that I learned there before I went in. And not even just that, but he gave me the opportunity to be able to invest in myself. The new project that I'm working on right now sounds different. It's called Bruh. I have launched a clothing line, and it's been really unique. It's been something that I've gotten to work with other friends and collaborate with other artists and create, dance videos and choreography and utilize people's passions for modeling and give them an opportunity to say, hey, let's model for something awesome. And even though it just started, that has a big vision. I just launched a clothing line, and I put a lot of work into it. I've actually been working on it since February, and now it's out there, and I'm ready to see what happens with it. One of the biggest things that I'm looking forward to doing with it is how can I actually take that and help the community. One of those things being my friend Zach Hallow. He's just joined youth ministry. He worked with me at Mr. Beast, and he's one of my best friends, and he left so he can join youth, so he can do youth ministry. And it's just really awesome because I had this idea, well, hey man, why don't we do a shirt where all the proceeds of the shirts and all the profits, when people purchase it, goes towards you and your funding for your new ministry. So basically, it's just really awesome because I want to do unique stuff and like give to people and just, make someone feel special. I was told that there's going to be a giveaway, and I'm a part of that process. So one of the things I wanted to do in order to contribute to you guys in this giveaway is ask a simple question. You might have to do a little research, but if you get it right, you get a prize. And it'll be a shirt from my new clothing line. That question is, what was my first YouTube video that I was in for Mr. Bro? My name is Rael Thigpen. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you have an awesome day.